Hey everybody, Logan here. Now, with this video, this is something I've been waiting for quite some time because it's something I didn't think we'd end up seeing, especially after what Microsoft has said with the Xbox and unlicensed accessories, especially controllers. Well, this company's reached out to me before. I've worked with them a couple of other times, made some solid accessories, and well, once they said, hey, we got an Xbox controller for you, my ears perked up. My eyebrows went, And I was like, all right, let me hear more. What is that? You might have heard about it by now. It took me a little while because of shipping issues to get mine, but now it's here. And that's the QRD Ferrox M5. I just really like the name Ferrox. It sounds really cool. So this is going to be a controller that works for Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS as well. So it's wireless only, not wired. They made sure to tell me to let you guys know it does not work wired. It is dongle only. So that's pretty interesting, but you can also use it on PC. I'm not going to be testing it on PC because this is an Xbox controller for me because I've been looking forward to it. I want to see how a less expensive Xbox third-party controller can work, especially without it being officially licensed. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we are going to unbox this. I'm going to give you my initial impressions, and then I'm going to test it, of course, on the Xbox Series S. So let's get into it. Alrighty, here we go. The QRD Ferrox M5 for Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, PC, iOS, Android. But that is what's most important to me right there. Xbox Series XS and Xbox One. Like I said, I'm going to be testing this on the Series S like I do with most of my Xbox controllers, so because that's where I record the gameplay. But I also will be playing this on a Series X on the regular, because in all my controller videos, I like to state that after I get a new controller, I like to use it as long as possible, usually about a week or so, or until I get the next controller to test. Then I swap it in and out. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, one thing I noticed when I first got the controller is the box, of course. We have 2.4 gigahertz wireless. That's going to be your dongle. RGB LED lighting. So you got around the rings, turbo speed function. So you got a turbo button and macro back button. But when we look at the rest of the box, yeah, not much. So if we look at the side, this is pretty much everything. Long battery life. Don't have an exact number for that. But the good thing is Hall effect joysticks and triggers, and that's a big thing. That's what everybody wants nowadays. Because Microsoft, well, they keep releasing and announcing all these new special edition $80 plus controllers, but no Hall effect sticks. So people are like, all right, you get a nice little showpiece, but in what, a month, a year? How long will it get drift? And I see it all the time that these Xbox first-party controllers get drift, and people are just tired of that. So here you also have trigger stops and, of course, vibration. So pretty simple box. So let's open her up and see if it's any good. First thing I want to say, that image on the front of the box does not do it justice. That is nice. I like the translucent plastic. I like how they went above and beyond and put the designs underneath, and that's a nicer, quieter Xbox style D-pad. You know what? Without even going any further, QRD. I mean, you've already got me. Sticks are a little rougher than I thought, but That just feels like it's the ring that they use for the lighting. It's, yeah, it's a little rougher on the ring than I was hoping for, but it's not bad at all. Not by any means. I actually like that. It's different. Okay. One thing is, I'm stumbling over my words here because I've gotten so spoiled with how ultra super smooth the Switch 2 Pro controllers the sticks are, that it sets me back. But I'm like, this is actually smoother. If you look at a regular Series X controller, there's no anti-friction rings at all. So yes, it has a different feel than your standard Xbox one, significantly smoother. And you don't have that rough edge like you do on the Xbox controller. You know what this reminds me of? There is the DO5 from Easy SMX. That's what this feels like to me. And I love that controller. Buttons are nice. I love that D-pad. That D-pad's really got me. I love the design of it. It looks really nice. Like, that is really cool. It's like high-techy. I know that's weird. From the 90s, come on. Well, I was born in the 80s, but still. It's got that look that just looks really cool. Clicky shoulder buttons, nice triggers. You got the mount if you're using it for mobile. Type-C. I would say that is a... Do we have 3? It's quarter pole. It's 2. It's quarter pole. And what people are really gonna love. You've got 4 mappable flappy paddles in the back. This is a big plus for a lot of people. I don't understand why more companies like GameCert don't do that. You know, it's not a big thing for me, but the more and more I hear, people want it on Xbox. PC people are spoiled with the 4 flappy paddles. And if you're playing on Xbox, there's really only 2 brands that'll really get it for you. That's PowerA and that's Razer. But they're around that $100 plus mark if you're looking for the Fusion Pros and whatnot. But here, you're looking at almost half the price with 4, and that's not bad. And they're not overly obtrusive. They feel nice. You can sit one finger on it if you want and go back and forth, or you can sit the 2 on it like that. So that's actually, I really like the feel of this controller. So, all right. Quarter pulls. Full pull. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm really liking this. And I like the subtle blue design here. The colorway. That is nice. Do we have any power to give us some light? Nope. Don't have any power right now. That's fine. I'll charge it. And then we will test it. I'm definitely looking forward to that. So you get one Type-C cable. You've got a nice looking little dongle. Hey, look. Slightly Xboxy. Just enough to get around it. But yeah, you can see it's kind of got that Xbox design logo. And then your instruction manual. So what we're going to do is, well, I have to sit and charge this first. But for you, it's just going to be instant. We'll charge it and then test it on the Xbox Series S. Let's go. So one thing I want to say before I get into any more testing, I'm extremely impressed with this controller. One, I didn't notice something during the unboxing, but I'm going to show you right here. Right here, there's a little place, a little notch, if you will. Whoops. I'm trying not to hit the buttons while I do this, but come on. Okay, I'm just going to end up hitting the buttons. It's a removable faceplate. Look how cool that is. I love the blue underneath. That is amazing. I didn't even notice. So I'm assuming that we are going to get swappable faceplates in the future for this controller. Yes, swappable faceplates has really become a thing with a lot of controllers these days. And, you know, I like the little bit of customization. It's a cheap way to do it without having to buy a million different controllers. So yes, it is magnetized. You've got them right there. That is something that when I was looking at it closely, I was like, wait, those look like magnets. And they are. So on the back, this is also your on and off button. So after you have it charged up, you're good to go. But this controller feels amazing. I love this D-pad. Like, this is one of the best D-pads, extremely responsive. Of course, being on the Xbox, you're capped at 250 hertz, so keep that in mind. Unfortunately, they decided to lock out all 1000 hertz controllers, so it is what it is, right? But this feels fantastic. The back buttons are not pre-mapped, so you're going to have to use the mapping and the turbo buttons in order to make sure you have all that mapping done. So you can put it on whatever you want in the back. Again, like I've stated in most videos, I don't really use them unless I'm playing. I have noticed that in Gears Reloaded, I've been using the run button in the back and then the reload button in the back. That's about it. Instead of jumping here and here, I'd never have to take my finger off the trigger. And then I just pop it in the back. So that makes it really cool. One thing I did notice, the reason I was noticing such an issue with the stick, remember on most controllers, these sticks are removable underneath the face, and it had slightly come up, so it felt weird. I snapped it back into place and noticed, oh, okay, that's why. So it was just a little issue there, but otherwise now it feels fantastic. And it works beautifully. As you can see, I've got it plugged in to my Series S, and yeah, no issues, no blurb from Microsoft, no problems, and it runs beautifully. The controller's got some great weight to it. It feels substantial in the hand. I can't say it enough. D-pads are an overlooked thing these days. People complain that when most real gamers, we notice a D-pad. If a D-pad sucks, we're going to call it out. Because you can't just have one part, oh, it's okay if that one part sucks. No, I hate a bad D-pad because I like to play video games, all kinds of video games, and to have a good D-pad. And this is my favorite Xbox D-pad in this style. It's very comfortable. It's quiet. It's not loud and noisy and clacky. And it is one of the best disc D-pads I have seen thus far. I am really shocked. I really, really like this controller. To be honest, when QRD reached out and said, hey, we got an Xbox controller, I'm like, what? I'm very skeptical because I've covered a number of these different Xbox controllers that promise the world, especially, you know, from everything from budget to pro high-end $200+ controllers. And there's always something about it that makes me go, I can't find anything. And I was extremely, extremely skeptical about this controller. One of my most favorite things I noticed as soon as I plugged it in, instant turn on. There's no delay, no lag. I've noticed with controllers like GameSir or 8BitDo or PowerA, there is a slight lag depending on the controller you're using in order to boot up the system. Instantaneous. I'm honestly shocked. I was, again, I can say it a million times, I was skeptical. Highly, highly skeptical. Kablooey. Okay. Apparently, yeah, it was in the hole between his arm and his leg. Oh yeah, this is a great controller. fantastic. Okay, 110%. I will recommend this. I'm looking forward to using this. I'm going to be testing this out with all different games. Currently, I'm playing on Xbox Gears of War Reloaded. I will be playing Borderlands 4 and RoboCop. I'm doing my second playthrough of RoboCop Rogue City. So I will be testing all of these on those. And I'm even going to be playing that new Ninja Turtles game with this, even though it doesn't require a high performance controller. So definitely looking forward to using this more and more. Fantastic controller. Thank you so much, QRD. Yeah, my skepticism, yeah, pooped on it, yeah, kicked it out the window, and thank you so much. So if you guys have any questions about the QRD Ferrox, I just love that name, the Ferrox. So controller, let me know. Drop it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer anything that I can. And I might even do an update on this later on, because I am definitely going to be comparing this to some of the other big time controllers that you can get from the big boys, such as 8BitDo, PowerA, GameSir, you name it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Awesome controller. Awesome. I've never been in such a long time blown away by a controller like this. Like, yeah, thumbs up. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. I got some gaming to do with this. I'm gonna run this controller through its paces like a lot. So yeah, let me get back.